Yeah. Woo. Get out of the way, out of the way. Whew. Huh? Hello, beautiful people. This is part 2 of Rowdy Rudy's Revenge by Doomkid. I went and recorded all of this stuff and then found out, once I'd had a mini break right at the very end of map 10, that the microphone hadn't been recording the entire time. So here I am watching it back and basically just doing a reactionary commentary, which is fine. Yeah, so this is map 6, Deadly Depression. Let's get into it. Plenty of these plasma dudes around. Pretty cool central area. A blue door and such. Some shotty boys. Yeah. Warehousey kind of, actually, yes. Stock up on the good stuff. Health, yes, always good to have. Shengon hours, marvellous. Yeah, this is a pretty nifty level, actually. I really liked playing this one. Well, I really liked playing all of them. But the placement of some of the bad guys, fiendish. Absolutely fiendish. And things like these little teleporter traps that, obviously, when you're playing it for the first time, you wouldn't even necessarily consider. And then all of a sudden, you've got a spicy cacodemon zinger monster, spicy boy, appearing behind you to toast your buns. Very naughty, very cheeky. But yeah, things flow very nicely in this level. No. I think there was one secret. Just the one. Oh, that was me taking a bite out of the leg hanging from the ceiling. As you do. Why the hell not? Oh, I got me a bruise. Actually, this area, which looks simple and direct enough, was actually fairly spicy, which was cool. No complaints here. But yeah, if you managed to get some of the arseholes infighting, it's all good. But yeah, otherwise they all gang up on you, because you've got, on top of the slime fall in the distance there with the grate, one of those nasty RPG zombies. Oh, what a prick. And of course there's all the plasma dudes, who I think we've all taken out now. Whee! There he goes with his tracking missiles. What an arsehole. And yeah, oh, there was some more plasma guys left. Was doing a bit of a naughty infight there. Lovely. I'm pretty sure I was considering that a secret. Or one on top of this little plinthy thing with the 4 torches on them. What do you call those? Tall tech torches, I think. Really like the look of those, always have. They're very similar to just kind of like street lights, I suppose. Which in some of the sort of pseudo-realistic sort of street maps that I've seen people put together, I think people do use them as street lights. Which is cool. Appropriate. I know I have. Not to particularly good effect, because I'm not very good at mapping. I'm enthusiastic, but not, you know. The product itself is, let's just say, I've got a bit to learn. But I suppose you only do that through constant practice. And through, oh, that was a nice one. Very tasty. And through, of course, just playing a lot. Looking at how other people make maps and WODs. Trying new techniques, aesthetics, etc. And then, of course, the problem is, it's like you might start off with a really cool idea when it comes to making a map, but then once you've done that area, not even if you finish that area, I just seem to run out of puff. I guess it's like mapper's block, and I just can't really think of what comes next. Possibly a good idea in that sort of situation would be just to leave it, maybe start a new map, and then maybe more ideas will come in the future. I don't know. It's something I've not really been able to get over, really, when it comes to just being stuck on a map and then losing interest. Guess I'd... Ow! Nearly dying in this area. Bloody revenants. Or Revenant, I think it's just the one. And just all the other douchebags. I think I was tossing up as to whether there was a secret in the slime there. But luckily I didn't go down there, because I don't think you can actually get back up. As far as I know. Not that I tested it. But it looks fairly terminal down there. And of course, got a little punnet of zombie douchebags, and I think a Revenant or two to greet us once we reopen the door, which we have to do using a switch. Try to jump through the window? Not going to work. Gotta go through here, slapping all the walls, hit the button. And we're open. Yikes! And have to go back again. Back we go. Oh. Something which I'll eventually reveal, if I feel positive about it enough, is the complete 32 level Megawad I made in 2010 at the age of 20 with like zero mapping experience whatsoever and zero contact to the mapping community and all the rest of it, and it's extraordinarily bad. I can't believe I managed to complete the entire Megawatt though. I ostensibly made it for a friend's 21st birthday that year, and so I was just working on it like constantly. Anytime I had some free time, I was working on it. There's no original... I don't think there's any original monsters in it. No original weapons. I mean, original from Doom. They're all new ones. So replaced all the weapons, replaced all the monsters using Decorate. Made it in Z Doom, obviously, with Decorate. And yeah, it was just like... Yeah, like it's basically a time travel type of thing. Some lab which is working with time travel portals and stuff, of course. Gets taken over by a terrorist organization. And basically they rip open this sort of black hole making machine at the end of the first episode, which spits you through to, of course, medieval Europe. And from there you've got like tech-based stuff's replaced with wizards towers, wizards of course as well. I think I used pretty much most of the sprites are based on action figures. Like I think there's the Dark Wizard who's like a ring wraith figurine from Lord of the Rings. There's a really weird sort of fire staff replacing the rocket launcher, which was... It looks like a roast chicken stuck on a stick, but it's actually a ram skull, or sheep skull. It doesn't have the horns on it, so it's just this smooth sort of shape, so looking down it as if looking down a barrel, it looks like a roast chicken. Because of its also yellowy orange colour, because of the bad palette that was involved. So yeah, you shoot rockets out of a roast chicken, which I suppose actually sounds pretty interesting. If that was in a WOD now, I would be all over that. Rocket roast chicken. And then after medieval Europe, you go through to, for no particular reason, I think it's pre-revolutionary Russia, where the city's being taken over by weird mechanical creations of Nikola Tesla, which also sounds interesting, but I can promise you it's not. It's pretty shit. There's like turrets and like machine gun towers and weird sort of like thieves who try and mug you, which was the sprites for that were yoinked from Strife, where there's like the beggars and stuff. And there's like rats, and I think there was some of the mechanical baddies also from Strife as kind of Tesla's mechanical minions. This archvile here actually really surprised me, and I thought I was going to get trapped because the door was going to close, but luckily I did not. But yeah, this was actually a really spicy end to this map because I was not expecting it. I thought it was finished. I didn't... Did I look at the kill count? I'm not sure. I was being too busy yapping. But, yeah. I was like, "Boo?" And then this jump scare. I was like, shit! It's one of the spicy zinger demons. But luckily, a chain gunner was taking care of it for me. And then a little mancubus. Boof. Done and done. All kills. All secrets. Let's go. Deadly Depression. Map 6. Very spicy. Very naughty. Yeah. Pretty straightforwards, really. But that is a good thing. Straightforward action. Alright. As the lift door closes behind Rudy, the pungent fumes of sulfur begin to flow into his nostrils. Those UAC bastards have established a portal connecting Earth and Hell. The demonic presence is spread through all of their bases. The destruction that resulted in his brother's death will not stop until he obliterates the UAC's portal. He hastily wipes his brow and continues forward. Yes, I neglected to mention, of course, previously what the actual story is of Rowdy Rudy's revenge. Sorry, John Carmack, but story actually is important sometimes. He's basically on a revenge mission because his brother was killed by these bastards. There's his cult. They strong-armed the UAC or managed to, because they, of course, the UAC were fucking around again, as they do. And then, of course, yada yada yada, one thing leads to another, but then Rudy and his bro go in to stop him, and, of course, his brother ends up dying, so revenge, revenge, revenge. Good stuff. I was going to read it out. It's a little long-ish, nothing wrong with that whatsoever, but I reckon check it out. Go to the Doom World page. The link to the download's in the description, so go there, check it out, read the story for yourself. It's bloody good. Right, where are we? So here we are. It smells like teen sulfur, wiping out these impy dickheads. Okay, and trying to avoid nasty fireballs and rockets from afar. Ooh, that was tasty. That was less tasty. There's a lot of teleporter pads in there. Oh, you fucker. I think that was a very distant Revenant, I'm pretty sure. Unless it was one of the RPG dudes. Son of a bitch. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Up the lift we go. It's the only place we can go. We don't have a blue key. So here we go. Yoinkle. BFG in the distance. And me wants that. Me wants that now. But we need the blue key to get through there and do a sexy strafe run to grab it. So that is our most, ardent mission thus far. Besides, of course, finishing the level is getting that BFG, because we definitely need it for the next level. Let me tell ya. Although there is one in the next level, I'm pretty sure. However, having it early can only be a good thing. Oh, go away, Archvile. No one likes ya. Okay, we need that red key too, obviously. That will lead us to the exit door. So, let's go. That's just me checking out the minimap to work out how to get there. Blue key, obviously. We'll get there later. Shotty gunners. It's a Doom 2 map that this slightly puts me in mind of, and I cannot work out for the life of me which one it is. Just various bits like this part with the crates and stuff. No, I just can't work out what it is. I think it's a Doom 2 map. I don't think it's like a Plutonia or TNT one, but it could be. Such is the way that my mind works. Getting a bit ticked off here because the Revenant keeps fucking around. Okay, lots of plasma dudes below. Bugger off, you. There he is. He's gone. Again. Get back here, you. Okay. What a pain. Checking the map for a reason. Can't remember what that was for. Damn, that's a good plasma gun. Is muy spicy. Of course, spying the tasty goodies there in the distance. Supercharge and mega armor. Lovely jubbly. And a teleporter. More nasty plasma dudes up there. I wonder what Doom would have been like if there was an actual proper OG Plasma Dude, Rocket Dude, and like another, like if they had an original mini-boss for Doom 2 who was like, not like Sarge from Doom 3, but some monster that has a BFG attack. I guess you'd have to have lots of pillars to hide behind to stop the tracers as well as avoid the ball. But definitely for the tracers and that. I guess it'd be like fighting a big archvile type of thing, keeping out of sight, but with a BFG weapon. I think that would be cool. Obviously, the only original boss in Doom 2 is the Icon of Sin, who's more like a stationary Muppet anyway. He's a head on a stick. But yeah, like an actual bad guy to fight. Methinks that'd be cute. Even if it was like a souped up type Spider Mastermind thing. It's like the original one. The original one from Doom in Dis. It's like, you thought she was dead. The original. No, no, no. There's the blue key. Bloody marvellous. Let's go grab the BFG. And so you think that, yeah, the original Spider Mastermind, who masterminded, of course, the entire original invasion of the moon bases. Dead? No, no, no. She is actually back, masterminding this invasion of Earth. And she's packing this time. She doesn't have a super chain gun anymore. She's got a big-ass BFG. I think that'll be interesting. I'm sure lots of people have done really cool mods and all that sort of thing in their own WODs and all that stuff of like, oh yeah, new interesting bosses, BFG baddie, all that sort of thing. I have seen sprites of a zombie staggering around with the BFG. I can't remember what WODs it's been used in, but yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I really do like the use of the plasma zombie, and dastardly though they are, the RPG zombie. Because I mean, Revenants are bad enough, but oof, having more of them? No, thank you. Whew. Speaking of which, that Revenant round the corner, if that was what actually hit me with that rocket earlier, it's getting what's coming to it, although it is busy fighting Mr. Plasma Dude. Poof. The other Plasma Dude goes poof. Okay. Yeah, they must have killed each other. Oh well. Cool. Cancelling each other out. Not a problem. I do really quite like the skybox that Doom Kids used in this WOD as well. I don't know if I actually took notice or not. Has the sky changed at all from level 1, or has it been the same all along? Oh, I can't remember. But that's on me, of course, for not paying attention. Apologies, if Doom Kid, if you've spent a lot of time crafting cool skies and stuff, and if it has changed and I didn't even notice, that's on me for not paying attention. Oh, bloody Revenant again. Well, there's our tasty surprise. Yep. Nothing in here. I really do like that archvile face texture. It's really cool. Menacing. I'm trying to work out, do archviles actually have mouths that open, or is it kind of almost like they're a slit that's almost healed back shut again, with like a few slits of skin letting out noise and stuff for when they let out their whirring scream. I've seen illustrations of, yeah, just being like little slits, vertical ones. And then, of course, I've seen other ones where it's actually got an open mouth. I think I prefer the one with vertical slits. It's just a little bit more freaky, a little bit more Clive Barker. And I think we've actually found ourselves right at the end of the level already. With one more kill to go, Boney Bill. Fuck you, Boney Bill. Fuck you very much. And we're off. Smells like sulfur. Super duper. 100. Pat myself on the back. Ooh, just snatch a drink right now. Oh yeah. This one is a doozy. Save. Okie dokes. This is definitely, I think, the one to play, in order to get Rowdy Rudy 4 is definitely to give this one a shot. It's so much fun. And in parts, so evil! That little bit, the intro at the start of this video with the sneaky cyber demon, that is some excellent design. Unless it was purely accidental, and it wasn't intended for the cyber demon to get up the stairs, but if it was, Doom Kid, you is an evil man. But beautifully designed, bit of level. So I think there is one death in this map, possibly more, can't quite recall. I don't think it's too far in, though. I don't know, we'll see. I'm just rambling now. Obviously that requires the red key. And there's plenty of dangerous, poisonous gunk. Cool. Plenty of douchebags around. Up high, down low, around the corner, and everywhere else. So we're just cleaning up. Sweepity sweep, sweep, sweep. Tasty mega armor over there. As we're on 141, we're just going to save that for later. Blur sphere, and red key, and what looks like a teleport on a plinth. But we need the yellow key to go any further in this direction. So, turn to the left. No, the other left. Oh no, we're going to clean up first. Or are we? No, I don't think we are. We can't go anywhere. There's red bars blocking our way. Maybe later. Turn to the left. Links. Idiots! I mean, thanks for your help and everything. Blowing each other up. Nice bit of help there from a chain gunner as well. Giving a Hell Knight a nice bit of prodding in the bottom. And here's a little coterie of weaker chain gunners. Whatever they're called, I'm not too sure. I think it said in the readme, but I can't remember. Blue key for that little door. Nothing in here. Can't remember how many secrets there are on this level. I think there's certainly a few. I think there's definitely more than one. Pretty sure. Mr. Bones is taken care of. And nothing there. Through the cafeteria window. Whoop. Oh, and a tasty berserk. Boom. Grab that. Found a switch. Something has opened downstairs. Oh, hello. It's our good friends, the demons. Poopity poopity poop 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 poo. Poopity poopity poop 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 poo. Okay, yellow key. And off we go. Snatch. To make sure I keep my mouse going round and round while I do this narration, otherwise the computer will go to sleep. Alas, alack. Chonk. Oh. Hey, there goes the barrel. Pippity pippity pippity. Pippity pippity pippity. Pippity pippity. Boom. Daka daka daka. Squinch. Ooh. Look. Oh, shit, man. Oh, I thought it was an archvile. It's just one of those zinger demons. Spicy, spicy zinger demons trying to scorch my balls. Nasty Hell Knight there. Trying to slap us in the top of the head. There he goes again. Now, I'd be interested to find out at what point, unless it's through all the animation frames, whereabouts they stop doing damage to you. Oh, death. Balls. Never mind. We'll do that again. Yeah, because obviously it's got the flickery sort of up and down animation, and yeah, so I'm just wondering when the damage starts and ends, or if it's just on every frame so that it can deliver you a lot of damage, but perhaps small increments? I don't know. Those guys are infighting. And the pinkies are running around helpless. We'll take out Boner. Big Mr. Boner. Okay, clean them up. Because I know from that shithouse Megawad I was talking about before, some of the decorate functions and stuff I'd created are really, really messy and dodgy. Now I look back at them in terms of weapons and also monster attacks and stuff. A lot were co-opted from existing monsters and weapons and stuff, of course, and then just tweaked. But the way in which everything was done for the creation of new monsters and weapons, etc., was so inelegant because I just didn't know any better. Well, this was back in 2010. Yeah, so that was before I really knew. I knew that there was like a big community on the Z-Doom forums and Zandronum? I don't know, like all the Doomy Worldy stuff and all of that sort of thing. I never ended up releasing the WOD because I felt too much deep shame about it, even though it's very important to me. And it was a very fun time of me life, and making the whole thing was very fun. Even though the end results are more than impressive to myself anyway. But yeah, do I share it? Do I play through it? Or maybe just do a bit of a glance over sort of review type of thing? Maybe just looking at some of the sprites and stuff like that. Some of the sounds are ear-gougingly shit. Subjectively and objectively speaking, they're just dreadful. Like, the imp replacement was... There was a line of toys in the 90s, I don't know if they still exist, called Mighty Max, where there's a little dude and he's inside like a giant monster that folds out, and it's like a scene inside the monster. And this was like a big lava beast. I'll see if I can find a picture to put on the screen in post-production, and before mixing everything and editing. And so yeah, it was like this big lava monster that, with the Mighty Max, it cracked open, and he could like whee play around inside that. So that was the imp, and I think it was just called like Lava Monster or whatever. I don't think it had a fancy name. And yeah, because it's obviously not articulated for doing a proper walk cycle, it had this really crappy shambling walk, and I think the alert sound was like a really shrill pig squeal, like... I don't want to do it into the microphone because that's not very nice to listen to, but I'll... No, I won't put a tiny bit of it at the end of this video. I'll save it for an actual video, possibly. But yes, the sound itself was unpleasant, to say the least, and yeah... I think that was probably the worst sound, but there were quite a lot of bad sounds. And there's probably quite a lot of enemies who had a walk cycle, but only directly forward. So they didn't have like the eight rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Well, yeah. They just had a 0 instead of like A2, A8 for the flipping. It was just A0, B0, C0, D0. So that means it would just operate on full rotation, or however you want to say it. So of course you would have this pinky monster which looked like a giant asshole on legs, which was supposed to be like a mutated soldier because it had like I guess the legs of a zombie man or something, Doom zombie man, and then like this nasty weeping sore red looking butthole which came towards you and tried to bite you to death. And yeah, it didn't have any rotation sprites, so it would just tromp over any sort of like stairs and stuff coming at you, all in the one direction, which I suppose you could say adds to the fear of the situation because it's very odd and bizarre. So yes, my laziness worked in my favour. I've really got to crack that open and have a look at it now. I keep thinking about it. I didn't even finish talking about the episodes that were in it either. But enough of my own shit work. Let us be talking about this excellent slice of action before us. I think I remember saying at this point, I was talking about the tentacle wall there. and saying how it used to really freak me out. The tentacle walls, tentacle grounds. I think I used to think they were like brains anyway. When I was a kid, especially... Is it Hell Keep? Is that the name of it? E3M1, the first level of Inferno in the original Doom, where like the entire ground is just the squishy, tentacly brain type of texture, whatever it is. Oh, I don't know, it just gave me the willies, an entire big box of the willies. I had this sort of weird squeamish issue with brains. I think it was probably from watching RoboCop 2 from a very young age, like around 6 or 7. And because there's the bit with the bad guy called Kane, where he dies, but they keep they keep him alive, and he's just a big floating brain and a pair of eyeballs in a big glass tube before putting him in like an enemy RoboCop chassis. Yeah, and he's being fed on the drug nuke and stuff. And yeah, I think that gave me a complex about brains for quite a while. So maybe that was it. I don't know. Almost rocket launched myself in the face there, thanks to a lovely little lost soul. Keeping me on my toes. Thanks, buddy. The big chunky mancubus is here. In this lovely little courtyard space, actually. Which has a very cool closeness to it. And again, I'm getting vibes from an existing sort of WOD. Whether it's one I've actually played or one I've seen someone else play on the internet, like Decino or Coincident. They're the two folks I watch most often and have done, but what the hell could it be? It's not like Eternal Doom, not Doom Eternal, which Coincident played, or like, I don't know, because that's got some really cool funky architecture in it. Not everyone's cup of tea, I suppose, but I think it's cool. Like the textures that were used and stuff like that. Team TNT did some really cool things. Even though TNT can still sometimes be a bit of a dirty word when Plutonia is still on the shelf, available for people to play, metaphorically speaking, of course. But I've always liked TNT. I think it was the first one I played, because a friend of me gave me a loan of his Final Doom, which he got as like a bundle, I think, with Doom 3? That was in like 2007, so everything had all been out for quite a long time. It was in year 12. That was Dearest Dane. Hello, Dane, if you're out there. Yeah, and I think the first one I played was TNT. For some reason, I thought that one came first, or should be played first. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. But I think TNT was the first Doom levels that I actually opened up in Doom Builder. And just wanted to see how they worked. And that's where I did some interesting fiddling around, whereby I'd copy an entire level, just drag, copy all the lines, and then paste it into another TNT level, and then try and join them up as like a mega level, which is a really rough thing to do. I obviously wouldn't be releasing it as my own work, but just in terms of finding out how Doom Builder worked and how Doom levels worked, it was really fun actually doing that. It usually didn't work because I'd have lines crossing over and you'd get the weird void stuff happening, whole areas just being black or closed off, collapsed lines and stuff like that. But yeah, TNT was one of my first proper true awakenings to Doom, kind of like the second wind of Doom that I had in my late teenage years after I'd played certainly bits of it when I was a kid and then managed to come back to it at that point. And yeah, TNT. Very special to me. I know he's special to Mr. TNT. It is very special to, I think, certainly Mount Payne 27, hence the name, level 27 Mount Payne, really likes TNT, and I think a few others do as well. I mean, there's a few crappy levels, but I'm not the pickiest Doom player as well, and I know some people are, of course, there's so much Doom out there, you really want to get the best you can get. But yeah, there's something I can't quite put my finger on about TNT. Oh, there's opening the red bars now. That just really, I don't know, resonates with me for some weird reason, and I can't work out why. Just having a drink of water there. And boom! Spoopy trap. Quick, get out! Oh, that Revenant nearly killed me, man. I was about to pull the rocket launcher out. And then I was like, shit, I didn't realize there was someone behind me, and that certain someone was Little Boney Bill. That motherfucker. Okay, so then we had to clean up these dudes. Bloody Revenants, of course, supplying us with homing rockets for days. Couldn't possibly just shoot normal rockets, of course. Not when the homing ones will do. See, there he goes again. This little nook here actually is very handy for avoiding homing rockets. Good design move, sir. Good design move. And suspicious of anything else happening, I did manage to luckily look around and spot a flashing Archvile hand as he was doing his fast walking on the spot. Before coming up here to grab the red key. For what is essentially the second last fight. Saving would be a good move at this point. Because though I think the Mancubus is still trolling around, the Cyber Demon and 2 Archviles are still trapped in amber. Until I think you walk up maybe the second step? The first step? Yep, first step, okay. And then everyone's free, but... Teleport. Sneak attack! Shit. I luckily managed to, with a certain amount of grace, get myself out of the situation and into this building to pick off these bastards from afar. Oh, and luckily the other Archvile managed to join without resurrecting too many other baddies. What an absolute peach. This was quite a frantic fight, actually. Even at this point, and this is kind of like the... I guess, if the fight consists of 2 big mouthfuls of tasty food fight, then this would be, I guess, the finishing off of the first mouthful, if that makes sense. And then taking care of the Cyber Demon is definitely the second big mouthful of fighty food. That's probably a really stupid way of talking about fights, but... Bloody imp. That's just something I've come up with. Of course, on the spot. Now, I think probably the smartest thing to do was what I did do in this situation, which was those guys were fighting. Oh, I thought I leapt down when they were fighting. I guess not. Just jump down and then run into the building where they were. Without hopefully jumping into the green slime, because then you're stuck in a bit of a creek. Okay, that was good. And here we are at the bit at the start. There's our friend there. Ooh. 2 of those RPG bastards. Computer area map. Cool, cool, cool. I didn't see the Cyber Demon just there out of the left corner. And that bloody Archvile was still alive too. But man, yeah, my heart was pounding. That was a proper jump scare. I think my hand went on the mouse and it skidded across the map. Bloody good stuff. So just doing the coincident 2-step here. I don't know if there's probably a proper Doom term that's potentially been around even longer than coincident doing stuff, but I like to call it the coincident 2-step because I've seen him do it in videos, really. Just doing the little tappity tap 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 tap, especially when fighting cyber demons, because you just avoid their rockets, but you keep it focused on you, and so you can just happily spray away with your plasma rifle. Or whatever you may have, but plasma rifle especially. Boom. There goes the moo cow. Okay, what did we achieve? Oh yeah, there's that other area over there. Oh yes, we have to go back up where we got spooked by the cyber demon. Dubbada dubbada dubbada. Okay. Which I think I'm trying to... Oh no, I was getting the berserk. And then I was working out what we had to do. Thinking. Go for the plasma. And... Ah, yep. Saw there was a switch. Skull switch. Sensible save, I suppose you could say. Aha, yes. Time for a mysterious, ominous teleporter. Biff G. And luckily can jump back out into the green gunge. I think that was me having a bit of a think as to what to do. Realised the rockets weren't really going to cut it. And I'd just be losing more health by standing in the acid. So, BFG it is. Here we go. Just trying to steal myself there. Priority number 1. Here we go. Boom. Just a bunch of rockets. Oh, there's some more cells and a backpack. More rockets. And beautifully, the Cyber Demon is attacking those idiots there behind the bars, which I didn't actually see until I heard the Archvile go, ah, because he was getting a rocket up his ass. Another judicious save, and then trying to work out whether he can shoot me through the bars. Of course he can. And trying our hand at an artful little Cyber Demon 1, 2, 3 blast. I think I manage it in 2 shots, but he's already been damaged a bit anyway. I mean, I've done a 2-shot of a Cyber Demon many times, not on camera, of course. So no one believes me. No, it's pretty easy to do. You just have to have the situation right. And get him to focus on you. There we go. Number 2. Great, only a few more baddies left. 6 of them. 2 secrets missed. I don't think I end up going for them because it was already getting quite long, this playthrough. Ah, yeah, there they are. I only end up... I finish up with this level for this playthrough, and then the next one, which I did end up going to record separately pretty much straight after. Of course, I didn't think of checking the footage to see that the microphone had not been recording, but that's okay. But I went on to record maps 9 and 10 as well, and then I needed to have dinner right before the final bit in map 10, which then I came back to, I guess, about an hour later. Creeping Descent. Fantastic level. I think that's probably my favourite of the whole lot. I reckon. You need to download Rowdy... say Randy Rudy's Revenge. Rowdy Rudy's Revenge, definitely, even just for this level. That was awesome. Even though I died once. But that's okay. Deaths and saving do not bother me because I am a man of culture. Very much so. Okay, I'll do a save here, and then I think, yes, I make a conscious decision to not do any more at this point. So yes, that is it for part number 2 of Rowdy Rudy's Revenge. Maps 6, 7, and 8. Thanks for watching. Listening to me aimlessly ramble on and on about completely unrelated topics. Well, I hope I covered a decent amount of what was actually going on screen. If I didn't, I am sorry, and I'll try to do better for the part 3. But thanks anyway. I had fun watching this back. What a bloody good collection of levels, I must say. I'll catch you next time. See ya.
Eduardo and Friends.